Alright guys, today is the last item in my Japan unboxing, and I saved the biggest for last. This one I have been very curious about. And if you saw my own unboxing on our Instagram last week, then you saw me tangentially open this up, but today we're going to go full in-depth. I've got in my possession the Bandai Movie Monster Series Giga Destoroyah. So first things first, I want to give a big shout out to my two buddies, Helmy and Frank, for helping me get this all the way from Japan. They grabbed this while they were out and about for Godzilla Day. I cannot thank them enough. They helped out with a lot of stuff you have seen so far, so big kudos to them. So, what are we looking at here? Well, this is hopefully the first of a brand new line of Bandai Movie Monster Series figures. This is the Giga line, as they're calling it. So, this is Destoroyah. Now, this is a Bandai Movie Monster Series figure. Unlike the other Movie Monster Series figures, it has a couple of differences. Most notably, it comes in a box. That's right, and this isn't a P Bandai thing. This thing is available widespread. This one was picked up for me at the Godzilla store, I believe in Shinjuku, but it's available at many retailers. I believe Frank told me he saw it at Toys R Us out there, and I know other people got them off Amazon Japan. So this is it's a weird, frustrating thing for me as a longtime collector, because I've held this figure in my hand already, and it's harkening back to a more simpler day, a better day, some might say. But they're giving you that nostalgia back at twice the cost. So I'm not gonna just, sit here and BS too much, because I know you guys want to see what is in the box. So as I said, this thing is hefty. I mean, the box is about 8.5 inches across. It's got some beautiful artwork on it. I'm not 100% sure who did the art. I have to double check. So that is the front. Here is the top of the box with the figure. The side has just got the Godzilla vs. Destoroyah. The artwork goes all the way around. And this is the second to last release for the 30th anniversary of Godzilla vs. Destoroyah in the Movie Monster Series line. If you watched our KOFFERS Live, we talked about the new juvenile destroyer, and here is the back of the box. So, as you can see, this is 195 millimeters, and they put it in comparison to the brand new Movie Monster Series Burning Godzilla that was released earlier this year. So it is in scale. I do not have this figure. I will do a compare and contrast later in the video using the Gemstone Godzilla, because it's roughly about the same size. So you got that to look forward to. And I want to skip my normal routine of the unboxing and everything. I already have this thing opened because I was curious as hell about it. So let's get it open for those who didn't see that live video, so you can check everything out. And that's basically how it came. There was a wrapper around it, and that was all there was. There was nothing else in the box other than the safety cone, and that. Let me just get that out of the way. So here is the figure in question. Let me zoom in there just a hair so you guys can see. So, what do we think? Well, right off the bat, in terms of the Movie Monster Series, this is hands down the most detailed figure that they have made. This is an exquisite figure. I dare say it is closer to the original 90s versions of what Bandai used to produce. It is soft vinyl. The old style were like a much harder vinyl. But I had the original Destoroyah. He did come like this. The wings were down. The sculpt was a little funkier. The head was up. The arms and everything could move. But the big difference between this one and the, many reissues they have done is that the wings fold up. So you can get the wings down, wings up. And as I said, this is a magnificent figure. Absolutely astonishing piece. So he is segmented at 2 points in the tail, as you can see. The legs do move. His little claws move. The head doesn't move. And the wings can open and fold. As you can see, the tail's very bulky. He is a huge figure. He stands roughly about close to about 7 inches. And as I said earlier, for the comparison, here is the Gemstone Godzilla to show you. So that does give you roughly the realistic size of the actual suits. Destroyer was one of the biggest suits they ever made. This does fit the line perfectly. I'm actually shocked that they went with this gimmick to keep the sizes in proper ratio. So I'm gonna get him out of the way. So how does he look overall? I'm gonna get a little handheld here for a second, so you'll have to excuse me. But my one quip with this figure is that the head is kind of facing downward, as you can see here. The sculpt, though, is absolutely great. There's really no paint nicks. The paint job on it is pretty well done. On close, when you get real close, you can see certain things. But all things said, this, Bandai has done far worse. There's great detailing. And the thing that I love the most is that they went with a very dark, I wouldn't even say it's red. It's more of a black and more resembling the movie poster more than anything else. Bandai or X Plus USA just put out that Destoroyah 30 centimeter. Hold on, see if I can get a picture of it right there. That was the poster color. As you can see, it's that dark black with the red as the highlights underneath it. That is the paint job that they went with this instead of the standard, I would say, all red. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I do have here the Flying Destroyer that was released a couple months ago. And you can see the color difference is night and day on this thing. So all the other Destroyers that have been released thus far have this bright red. I wouldn't say it's much brighter, but it is a very muted. So the base color is red with black highlights, where this is black with red highlights. So it's a huge figure. This is massive, and it does harken back to the early to the mid 90s when Bandai would produce these. This was the standard scale, and they've technically brought back that scale, but as I said earlier, at a bigger price. And what is that price? Well, I paid $60 roughly US. That is whatever I forgot the yen translation on that at the moment. You'll have to forgive me. Does that mean you're gonna be paying that when this thing comes stateside? No, I've already seen pre-orders for this go up on places like Big Bad Toy Store, and he's going as high as 90. Now, is that worth it? That is a good question. Do you want a very detailed Bandai Final Destroyer? I mean, this is, if you're going to get any one, this is the one to get. It is a little pricey for us, but if you happen to be going to Japan, know someone in Japan, and they can get it to you, 60 is still a little steep, in my opinion. But it's a great figure. This is an absolute banger of a figure. It's probably the top of the line that Bandai has produced in recent memory. Is it worth it? I would say yes. I say that with a bit of hesitation. Look, I know the economy we're in, everything's much more expensive, but I mean, back in 1996, I bought the import of this at Comic-Con for, $35. And they were selling these for roughly about $15, $16. This scale in Japan back in the 90s. But then again, inflation, all that. Yeah, it is what it is. But still, it's a little pricey, a little hectic. You do get the beautiful box with it. And if you are a completionist, 1000%. I still feel, in terms, if you want a Destoroyah figure, not like a model piece like an X Plus, if you can get that Super 7 one, I still feel that is the best bang for your buck. This, though, is not a bad runner-up. I would definitely say this is probably one of the best figures of the year. My tone might sound a little apprehensive on that, but of everything I've gotten, this is by far one of the very best figures that I've been surprised by. So overall, a very impressive figure. It's a little pricey, but I love this thing to death. I absolutely do. It's a fantastic figure. I would say jump on it if you can. I should be hitting US shelves around the first of the year, maybe end of January. I believe that's when I saw the Godzilla store pre-orders were heading out. We're usually about 2-3 months behind on a lot of these things, so keep an eye out. I wouldn't pay no more than $100 for them, but that's just me. Overall, a fantastic figure. Absolutely wonderful. Well, there you have it. That is my review of the Bandai Movie Monster Series Giga Destoroyah Final Form. Remember, if you like what you see, we do have a show. It's called The Kaiju Kingdom Podcast. You can find us at thekaijukingdompodcast.com. And if you don't like to download, well, you can stream us on all of your favorite podcast streamers, including Apple, Spotify, or wherever else you might find better podcasts. We're also on the socials. We're right there. We're on X, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. If you want to keep up to date in the world of giant monsters or just say hi, that is the place to go. And on that note, that will do it for this edition of the Koffers. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.